Well folks, how's things? Just a quick video for everybody that has either got the product now. A lot of you should already have your guide. I wanted to make a video and put it up on the page just for anybody that's going on the product or anybody that's thinking about going on it, just to let you know exactly what it is. I have now got this week's orders in my possession, so anybody that hasn't got theirs yet, I'll have it out this evening or tomorrow. I'm away this evening, so I'll not be able to do any night calls later in the evening. But really, what is it? We know the product is called NutriChrome Metabolize, and what has it been formulated to do? The chrome comes from chromium, so the active ingredient in the product is chromium. It's chromium polynicotinate, and what it does is it regulates your metabolism and your blood sugars. Now, what does that mean? Your metabolism it's regulating how your body burns carbs, fats and proteins. What you'll find in the diet plan and the meal plan is that the meal plan has got loads of options for dinners, for breakfast, mid-morning snacks, lunches, dinners, and evening snacks before bed. You can also have your own plan, so if you base your own plan on a diet that each meal is consuming 25 to 30 grams of carbs, 40 to 45 grams of protein, and 20 to 25 grams of fat. When we regulate them, what the product will do is, chromium is only a trace mineral. It's not looked at as a macronutrient such as proteins, carbs or fats. It's not required in large amounts for your body to function, but it is required in small amounts, and it's a trace mineral that is I think 85% of us are a deficiency of chromium. Now, it's possible to buy chromium picolinate tablets. I know some people have been taking them. Some people take chromium for type 2 diabetes, but that's a whole different story altogether. The tablets that you're getting in the likes of Holland and Barrett, they will work. The problem you have is you're taking a 200 microgram tablet. If you're getting up at 9 o'clock in the morning, you're taking it at 9 o'clock in the morning. It's similar to a painkiller. After 4 hours, you've used or deposited whatever chromium was in your body. So for the rest of the day, your metabolism isn't getting regulated, and your blood sugars isn't getting regulated either. What you do with this product is you take 3 sprays of it before each meal. So each of your 5 meals, you'll take 15 sprays a day. Couple of minutes before you have the meal, 3 sprays, and just eat your meal as you would. Whatever you do, folks, don't use the product. Do not use this product as something to replace a meal. It's not a meal replacement, and if you were to try and replace your meal with it, you'll find about 10 minutes after you take the product, your stomach will be howling at you in hunger pains, because what it does is you spray the 3 sprays in. If you can imagine just eating your meal. Your meal goes into your body, and it has the carbs, the fats and the proteins, and then they're just burnt. They provide the fuel for your body, for your body to carry out its daily tasks. By not taking the chromium, if you, for example, had a meal that had 30% carbs, 40% protein, 30% fat, your body will just start burning them all together at the one time. So if you can imagine over a 4-hour period, they're all going down. Once about the 3-hour period comes, you'll notice that carbs are at 0, and so's fat, but you have 10% protein. That's whenever the crash happens or the cravings come, because your body is searching for carbs and fats to burn, to provide you with fuel to carry out the rest of your daily tasks, and you can't do it because there's no carbs or fats there. The way the product works is for every meal. So you'll be doing it for every meal, 3 sprays before every meal. It's the indicator or the messenger boy to the brain. They tell the brain, listen, Jordy just ate a meal that had 30% carbs, 40% protein and 30% fat. We're going to burn the protein first, because if you can imagine, in the first hour, you'll burn the protein first and you'll still have 30% carbs, 30% fat. After a decent meal, you're not going to be hungry after an hour, so you're avoiding the crash altogether. then what happens over the rest, the other 3 hour period, is that they just burn regularly and manage, and your body manages the nutrients a hell of a lot better. When they reach 0, that means it's mealtime again. Whatever you do not let yourself go hungry. Any meal plan or diet plan that you go on, folks, and if it's leaving you hungry all the time, you're going to feel it's going to yo-yo. You will lose weight, but it'll go on as quick as it came off. The weight that you'll actually lose won't be actually in fat. It'll be it'll come from your muscles, because what your body does is your body, the last thing your body will burn whenever it's looking for something to burn for energy, the last thing it'll burn is fat. It'll burn everything else, so it'll go into your muscles. It'll burn what it can out of your muscles to keep you going until you feed it again. What happens is whenever you start eating properly again, them muscles just fill up. The weight that goes on the muscles goes on, plus you're eating. So it's a lot of people will have a weight gain 4 or 5 or 6 weeks after a weight loss, and that's that yo-yo effect happening. This is different. This is different in the extent that everybody's body can manage a healthy weight, and everybody's body can manage 2,000 to 2,200 to 2,300 calories a day of good nutritionist food that is high in nutrition and that is low in simple sugars, which is going to bring me on to regulating your blood sugar. And on a diet that you're paying a lot of attention to calories, some, if not all people, forget to keep an eye on what's going on with the rest of the nutrients that you're eating and what's in them nutrients. Simple sugars, folks, is the biggest cause of the yo-yo diet. It's not overconsumption of fat. Simple sugars come from carbs. So you have your complex carbs and simple carbs, simple sugars. The simple sugars, the way they work is they go into your body, they go through stomach and down and into the small intestine. There's a spot, a sweet spot as we call it, on your small intestine that just absorbs all the simple sugars in through that sweet spot and into your blood. What happens with a complex carb is different. Your body breaks everything down in the complex carb right down to the point that you deposit it again. So it passes the sweet spot. But for the simple sugars that are going in through the sweet spot and into your bloodstream, that then triggers your body to release insulin into the blood, and insulin triggers the body to store sugar as fat. So what I'm getting at is this will reduce sugar cravings. So you'll not eat it. You'll not eat half. You'll find it over the 8-week transformation. Sugar is, if you feel as if you're constantly on a sugar rush, that'll be gone after 8 weeks. No doubt about it. But what happens with the fat storage and the insulin is all down to the fact that if you can imagine eating a meal, and it's on the meal plan, and it's advice not to blend whole fruits. If you're going to have whole fruits, eat them, because what happens with whole fruits is whole fruits contain carbs, which are complex carbs, but when you blend them, they become a simple sugar, a simple carb, because the blender is actually the digester. Let your body do the digestion. Let your body work. They digest the food, which means that it will pass that sweet spot that we're chatting about, and it'll not release, the sugars will not release into the bloodstream to the extreme that they would if you have a shake that's packed with a load of fresh fruit. The blender is a digester. Once you drink it, all them sugars are going to, the majority of them are going to go straight into your bloodstream. Them going into your bloodstream is like drinking a bottle of Lucozade. Your body will then pump the insulin in. The reason it pumps insulin in is if the insulin wasn't in the bloodstream along with sugar, you would be violently sick every time you can't consume that amount of sugar. So that's what the product's out there to do. The 8-week transformation is a start. It's as I call it, it's the foundation. There's loads of potential. That's why it's called a lifestyle transformation. After 8 weeks, we're comfortable in saying that you will maintain a different eating habit, and you'll see a surge in energy. You'll feel more active. You'll get out there, and you'll see in the exercise program, the first 2 weeks, we ask you to go for a 30-minute walk twice a week. Really, that walk is only to get you out in the fresh air, Spend that half an hour thinking about, you know, how you get on the week past or the last couple of days past on your transformation, and about the 3 or 4 days after it. Week 3 kicks in the cardio. The cardio has been developed, folks, through PTs that we explained to them. We want the cardio program to work for everybody. So whether you're a beginner or you're already training, it doesn't matter. You can do it from home. You can do it in the gym. What I would say is don't push yourself in the cardio to the point you can't finish it. You will feel far better taking extra rest throughout your cardio than pushing yourself for 20 minutes and not being able to complete the circuit. You'll feel far better in yourself if you're able to complete the circuit. So thanks to everybody that's already ordered. Thanks to everybody that invited, the 10 people that invited people to the page, and they won their free transformation. If there's anybody else out there that's interested, that needed more info, maybe this video was give them more info, and they can still order. We're looking to start, the transformation will start on Monday either way. And that's really it. Enjoy it. Lastly, I would say that enjoy it. We don't want you going on the transformation feeling like you're missing out on something, or feeling that it's difficult for you to carry out this. It shouldn't be difficult. We're doing very simple things. We're ramping up your metabolism to make sure that you burn more than you store, and that comes to you burn more calories than you store, and we're eliminating the blood sugars, reducing the amount of sugar in your blood, to stop insulin being released and triggering the body to store the sugar as fat. So that's about it. Any more questions, give me a shout, and if you know anybody that you might think will be interested, invite them onto the page. They can ask all the questions they need to ask, and I'll try and help them as best I can. But we're really looking forward to it, and I think everybody that does go on it genuinely will, in the first couple of weeks, when they start to reap the reward and see the benefits of it. I think they'll really enjoy it as well. So before I finish, I'm just looking behind me. Don't be panicking, anybody. Aoife is not, and she's not in the fridge. I just see the baby on board thing on the fridge there. So don't panic. I haven't got the ween in the fridge to made this video or anything. So I'll talk to you all in the next couple of days. Anybody that hasn't got a guide, you'll get a guide. Anybody that needs a guide and want to send an email, send me through your email and I'll send the guide through. You get the guide once you go on the transformation. And that's about it. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you all over the weekend. Thank you.